Okay, folks, we are Tuesday, the 14th of February. How's it going? Just seeing GDP Q on Q coming out here in the Eurozone as what do we have? In line pretty much on the Q on the year on year, 1.9% year on year, prior 2.3. So, this is the flash estimate. We are below, obviously, the prior of 2.3, ticking down on GDP. Not great. We are getting sort of those confirmation. Well, on the Q on Q, we're in line, but in line with expectations, but below prior. So you're getting that ticking down Q on Q in Q4. But the big one for today is the CPI and core CPI out of the US. It's the big one, and really expecting fireworks out of that. So let's just really have a look at. I'll get the Nasdaq up here, but I didn't really see the length of pullback that I was looking for yesterday. But really, what we're trading here is this sort of bull flag pattern on the last couple of days here on SPOOs, and you can see, putting in the highs, and traded yesterday down onto the supports 40.83's half, bid back up we go. Now this morning hitting on the top of that trend, taking shorts, looking for relief at least back down to the mid swim channel here. And so, that's going to really, if we go to the 60-minute bar, that is going to be essentially basically taking us down to 4100s again for now. The only thing I would say is that every time previously that we traded into this bull flag top, you saw a clean excess on the highs and then we sell down. The thing now, though, is that we're kind of sitting here, putting in a bit of trade on the trend, but I still think we should be pulling back here before we find buyers for the breakout, looking at 4207. So generally in the short to medium term, I am bullish, but in the short day time frame, I'd be looking for shorts actually get down to here and then get on the bull situation. What were we looking at yesterday? Come in. So we were looking at kind of this yesterday. Yeah, I was looking actually for, this area to trade down here to then get into the big swing up, but, no such luck on equities. Dow holding really well above this big area. Yesterday, we were actually in the team call. We're actually looking for this to maybe trade on P-Val, just a little bit lower on the C-Val as well. Coming into the open, didn't actually get it. We just got VWAP on the pullback, and then BAMO new highs on the session across the board. So the animal spirits are awake, guys and girls. Now let's talk about oil. Let's look at the 60-minute because we have this gap down on oil. Why is that? Well, the Biden administration, they're going to release more out of the SPR, the reserve of oil held in caverns in I think it's Oklahoma or Mississippi. Oklahoma or Missouri. I'm not sure which. Either which way, they're going to release more. I don't actually have the figure of the release, but it is not insignificant. I don't have the amount here available to me right now. But either which way, gap down, this gap area in yellow, and every opportunity for the bulls here to pick it up, close the gap. You're seeing size here on the offer at 80s willing to trade. You're seeing at 79.55s willing to trade. All a bit of liquidity, pretty decent liquidity here up to 80s, willing to trade. Then look for the shorts, but just not happening this morning. So this thing is weak as a kitten. I think we're going down to 78.41s in the very short term. And I think we can actually find ourselves way back down here at 76.10. Then maybe looking for buyers to come back up. But I think generally this is going to flop us back down in the range that we've been identifying here on the daily and the weekly bars. Here's the weekly bars here. And so, been talking about this range. There it is. I think we're done there, and back down we go. So wouldn't be surprised to see a sort of a rally to 81.56s in the short term, and then really have an almighty sell down. But obviously notwithstanding headline risk. Russia also putting 500,000 or sorry, I think they're cutting 500,000 barrels a day. So there's really just so much pushing and pulling this market. You want to be buyer down 72.25s. You want to be seller around 81.56s. This thing is definitely technically in a range, and so it should be. I mean, who knows where oil should go at the moment. All right, so that's it for me on the pre-US. Not much of a change until we get to the CPIs at 1/2 out of the US. All right, have a good one.